Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another episode of Muslim Divorce Basics. My name is Naveed Husain. I'm a divorce attorney in Chicago. So today I wanted to talk about children, and I'm not really going to dive into the legal aspect of it. I just wanted to give a little bit of background, a little bit of a, introduction to this topic. And so, when I first started practicing law, I didn't think that I was going to be a divorce attorney. I thought that I was going to do corporate law. I knew I wanted to have my own business, but I thought I was going to be a corporate attorney looking at contracts, negotiating mergers and acquisitions and things like that. And when I first started my practice, that's what I did. I was serving businesses, doing civil litigation and things like that. But throughout the years, as the practice grew, it just became a necessity of the community for family law cases, be that divorce, child custody issues, child support issues. And so, when I first started, I told myself I wasn't ever going to do family law, right? But based off of the need of the community, that's where I'm at. And so the thing about family law is that there's not much appreciation, right? I mean, it's a lose-lose situation. Unfortunately, the other side hates you. 50% of the community starts to hate you. So it's a very difficult area to practice in, but really the most difficult aspect is dealing with the issues involving children. And so, as we've kind of discussed in previous episodes, there's the financial aspect of a case and there's the child aspect of the case. And so from the financial aspect, I do enjoy that, looking at bank statements, figuring out how people are hiding money and valuations of businesses and things like that. But when it comes to the children, that's really what keeps me up at night. I have a number of cases where fathers haven't seen their children in years, in months, based off of false allegations. I see children being abused, being locked in basements. I've seen cases where people have put cocaine, for example, in the children's luggage to try to have the father get in trouble. And so my message today is not to use our children as pawns, okay? And one of the biggest impacts in our community is going to be on our children as it relates to divorce. And so that's kind of what I wanted to touch base with, is the common arguments that people try to make and how they don't work, right? So for example, fathers. Anytime there's a divorce case that starts, fathers make this argument that mom is crazy, okay? And mom should not have time with the children. The children should live with me because mom has this issue or that issue, and she did this once and she did that once. But that argument does not fly, okay? The very first question that is going to be asked is, why is this being brought up now, right? You've been married for 10 years. You've left the child with the mother for 10 years without any incident. You've been going to your job 9 to 5. You've been going on boys' trips. You've been doing all these things, leaving the children with the mother. Why are you bringing it up now? Obviously, the only reason it's being brought up now is to get an upper hand in the divorce case. So that argument doesn't work, all right? And that's usually from the father's side. From the mother's side, the argument we usually hear is that dad is not suitable to have time with the kids, okay? The dad's never changed the diapers. Dad doesn't know how to cook. Dad doesn't know how to clean. Dad doesn't know how to do X, Y, Z. And the very first response that I give, or a judge is going to give, is, well, he's going to have to learn, okay? I think what we need to understand as a community is that mom and dad both have rights to the child. We always cite the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ of the importance or the punishment of the individual who separates parents from their child, and that does apply in this case. I understand that divorce can be a very emotional process, a very negative process, but it is a test, right? At the end of the day, going through a divorce is a test, and we are going to be answerable on how we deal with that test and how we pass that test. And so the basic message I want to give is, let's not use our children as pawns in a divorce. Divorces are going to continue. Of course, I don't think that these videos or anyone else is going to be able to reduce, the divorce rate necessarily, but we can do divorce in a better manner, and we can do divorce with the eye of our children. We understand that divorce is going to have an impact on society, but we can lessen that impact if we don't bind our kids into that process. And what happens throughout the case, and we'll discuss in other videos, is that there's going to be so many people interviewing the child, right? There's going to be something called a guardian ad litem, for example, who's going to have to interview the child. There's going to be information that the child receives. There's going to be a schedule that's going to be put in place. We see parents bad mouthing the other parent in front of the children. This has to stop, right? We have to show our deen in the hardest times. And divorce is going to be one of those hardest times, and we just need to stop using our children as pawns. And so before I even got into the legal aspects of child custody and all of that, I just wanted to give a introduction and just advise our community about this very, very important issue. And so inshallah, as the episodes continue, we'll get into the actual crux and the legal aspects of it. But today I just wanted to talk about this. So inshallah, until next time, assalamu alaikum.